Hello everyone. So I get a lot of people asking me about how I became a teacher and how I started to teach in Thailand. So I'd like to share my experiences with you and hopefully maybe it can help someone. So like many other people, I started off as a tourist. I came on holiday to Thailand. And then as I was on holiday in Thailand, I ended up volunteering in an orphanage just to help out and just to go to see the kids really and see how I could be of help. And I ended up being asked to go into a classroom and asked to teach some English to them. And I really enjoyed it, so I thought, okay, I'd like to pursue this as a career. So I went to do a teaching course in Bangkok. It's called a TESOL course. It was a 120-hour course. And at this point, I didn't have a degree. I didn't have any teaching qualifications. So I started off with a TESOL certificate. And after I'd done that, I started to work in a language centre. So I was working in a language centre on the weekends, on Saturdays and Sundays, teaching small groups of young children. And after a few months, the language centre asked me if I would go to work in one of their Thai government schools, where I would be teaching Mathayom students or high school students. So I did 1 year in the Thai government school. I didn't really enjoy it, I have to be honest with you. And I applied for a job in a bilingual kindergarten. And this was an amazing place. I was teaching little kids of like 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 years old. The parents were really good and they were quite rich with the parents, so it was quite a good kindergarten. But after a while of working in a Thai education system, it can become quite frustrating. So I knew I had to get a teaching qualification. I wanted to get a bachelor's degree in education to be able to work in an international school. So I did a bachelor's of education and I got a job in a small international school in Bangkok. It was an amazing place. I really loved it. I really started to learn how to teach there. I think it was the best move I ever made. After a while, for that school, it was my children were getting older and it was only a preschool. So I wanted to find a school where my kids could go to the same school that I worked at. So I applied for jobs in a bigger international school and I got a job in a school just outside of Bangkok in Salaburi. So I worked there for a few years, about 3 years, and again I learned a lot. I kept building up my resume, I kept building up my knowledge, I did a lot of trainings, and I saw an advertisement for a job in an IB school, which was back in Bangkok. So I applied for that job. I got the job, I worked there for 2 years. I was also the head of boarding at that school, so I had the opportunity to work in a boarding school. But by this time, I'd built up a very good resume, I'd worked in some good schools, I got good experience, I was involved in leadership opportunities, and I then applied for a job in one of the best schools in Thailand, if not in Southeast Asia. It's a really amazing school. I got the job there in the international school, I started to work there, and I'm now in a leadership position in that school. So I just wanted to share my experiences of where I came from, of originally just starting off as a tourist and no teaching experience, to now having that bachelor's degree of education, to doing a master's degree in education, and to working in one of the top schools in Southeast Asia. I hope it can help you.